welcome to the Schweitzer District Athletic Complex in Overland Park. Tonight's Ivy High School game of the week. Kansas Class 6A state sectional football and two top 5 teams going at it as number 4 Olathe North takes on number 2 Blue Valley Northwest. Hi everybody, Kevin Weig, Johnny Beck, our entire Spectrum Sports crew. I've got bad hair, but I'm wearing this cap tonight, Johnny, because it's cold outside. That's number 1. But these two teams seem to be on a collision course throughout the year. They were going to play each other at some point, and tonight's game is it.
Well, I think when they, put out the playoff brackets, everybody kind of hoped that this was going to be the game, in the quarterfinals, especially both teams, very similar. Physical teams are going to look to establish the run on both sides.
Only 4 teams left in the East bracket. Shawnee Mission Northwest and Blue Valley West squaring off tonight. As we get to our Hy-Vee player profile, quarterbacks in the spotlight, and we'll start with the Eagles quarterback. That is Noah Palmer.
Yeah, and he was thrust into action last year and did a really good job of taking this Olathe North team to this quarterfinals game last year. Didn't end up winning, but did a really good job of rallying his troops and getting back to this game this year.
And for the Huskies, it's Mikey Pauley.
Yeah, and he's, one of the players of the year candidates. He's a guy that's going to get it done on the ground. He's going to get it done in the passing game. These guys have a good dynamic duo, and Mikey Pauley and Grant Stubblefield.
Cold and windy in Overland Park. Blue Valley Northwest playing host to Olathe North. Winner goes to the state semifinals. It's the Hy-Vee High School game of the week, and we're back with the opening kickoff right after this. The game of the week is brought to you by Hy-Vee. They're proud to support Kansas City High School athletics. Temperatures in the upper 30s, but the wind is howling out of the northwest around 15 to 20 miles an hour. So the wind chill in the 20s tonight as you go down on the field for the opening coin toss, led by the referee tonight in charge, Brian Most. Olathe North won the opening coin toss, deferred their option to the second half, so Blue Valley Northwest will be getting the football, Johnny. And earlier this week, it was in the low 60s. People were walking around in shorts and T-shirts. Tonight, winter is here, and ball security going to be paramount.
Yeah, and I think these players, they embrace this type of weather. I mean, this is football weather. It's November, and that's what these guys obviously look forward to when they're training all summer long.
Well, the fans all bundled up as you take a look at Chris McCartney, the 7th-year head coach of Olathe North, longtime assistant coach, former linebacker in college. He's a native of Oklahoma, and he has got his team in here at 8-2, 6-2 in the Sunflower League. Olathe North special teams coming out on the field. Clint Ryder is the head coach of Blue Valley Northwest. He is in his 5th year, former Heston head coach. Spent 4 years there, had a lot of success before coming over to Overland Park and taking over for the Huskies. He's only 34 years old. His team 9-1, and they won the Eastern Kansas League, one of the toughest football conferences in the state of Kansas, as they went 5-1 in 2021. There is Coach Ryder. Jason Skoma to kick off. Olathe North in white. And in the dark uniforms with the white helmets, it'll be Blue Valley Northwest. And they'll return it across the 20-yard line. That was Josh Cusick. We got the 2 Cusick twins, Nick and Josh, and then you got the twins on the other side, Josh and Jason Parrish. As you take a look at Mikey Pauley, starting quarterback, headed to Nebraska to play college baseball. Also a very good basketball player as well. The passing numbers, put up great rushing numbers as well. From the 22, 1st and 10. Grant Stubblefield is his main running back. And trying to cut back is Grant. Short pickup, a couple of yards. Grant Stubblefield on the year. 6.2 yards per carry, 1,200 yards, 18 touchdowns, 6 100-yard games for the junior Grant Stubblefield. Mikey Pauley, once again, we talked about his rushing ability. He averages 7.1 yards per carry. He has 800 yards on the ground, 10 rushing touchdowns, 2 fumbles lost, but his passing numbers, 67% completion, 22 touchdowns, 6 INTs.
Yeah, and that's going to be the challenge for this Olathe North defense is obviously they want to stop the run, but Mikey Pauley's so good throwing that football and throwing on the run. They got to make sure that they're staying disciplined.
3rd down and 5. Pauley in trouble and going to be sacked. Coming in is Jackson Davis, the Sam linebacker, on a blitz, and he records the sack for a big loss.
And you see the fake and rollout, but linebacker right there to clean it up. Big loss, forcing Blue Valley Northwest almost a punt out of their own end zone, but first big play of the game goes to Olathe North on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd sack of the year. Punting unit out, and the ball is being affected by the wind as it's a punt against the wind, and the short field now for Olathe North. After the Yates punt is a very short punt, and it'll be good field position now for Olathe North and their offense. This is a spread offense. Noah Palmer is their quarterback. He wears jersey number 30 because he also plays some free safety. Now, they told me earlier this week that he would be mainly on offense as you take a look at the passing numbers, but he also has 500 yards on the ground. So this guy's a dual threat quarterback. See 2 running backs tonight in Jacob Parrish and Montez Love. This is Parrish, and he is shut down on the play. Nice work there by the defense, led by Drew Rinaldo. And as you take a look at the starters, and that's the offensive line, skill guys. Shields their top receiver, and once again, 2 running backs in Love and Parrish. Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. Skoma in motion. This is Parrish on a cutback. And he'll get to the 41. Gain of a couple. This is a 3-4 defense. Colin Ahern is the defensive coordinator in his 2nd year, giving up about 17 points per game. Once again, Johnny, this is the EKL Conference Pride tonight. EKL against the Sunflower Conference. And now we're facing a 3rd down and long. Quick pass to the outside is juggled and dropped. And the receiver there was Josh Parrish, and it looked like he was taking a glance downfield before he secured the football.
Yeah, it looked like if he secured that catch, he's got some green space out in front. Maybe give it a run to get that 1st down, but so you got to get that ball caught first. And it's going to force Olathe North into kind of a tricky situation here. We know Noah Palmer is their punter as well. Nobody back for Blue Valley Northwest, so see what Olathe North decides to do here.
Palmer averages 33 yards per punt. Now they'll quickly break back, but this lands about a yard deep in the end zone for a touchback. So both teams had 3 and outs. Both teams have good offenses, but I think the underrated part about both these squads is their defenses. Olathe North only giving up about 10 points per game. They have 15 takeaways. Chris McCartney and Brian McCall handle the defense. They're a 33 stack defense, and now Blue Valley Northwest will check out on the field. Their lone loss was to St. Thomas Aquinas back on October 15th. A lot of people surprised when they saw that score on Preps KC. Here is a run for Stubblefield, and not much doing. Stubblefield, and he's a multi-dimensional back. His father, David, is the associate superintendent for the Shawnee Mission School District, so his father is a Sunflower Conference guy. I remember Grant playing on the basketball team, and he was like the sixth man for Coach Fritz, the basketball team last year. Averaged about 6 points per game, and that's doing again. Alex King, the linebacker, finished him off. Ivy starting lineups running at you. Once again, left tackle is Wassinger. There's the skill guys, Muehlberger and Warnemont been playing very good. Stephen Witter, though, leading them in catches and yardage. And we're probably going to see a pass here on 3rd down and 6. Once again, the Huskies working against the wind here in the first quarter. In strong out of the north-northwest, clocking around 15 to 20 miles an hour. Pauley's got a strong arm, but hard to throw in this wind. He's going to throw here, going deep middle to Max Muehlberger. Good coverage by the Eagles. That was Jacob Parrish, the safety man. He had the blanket coverage, and it'll be a 3 and out for the Huskies.
Yeah, and you knew that they were kind of in that passing situation. You know, that first drive, Olathe North was able to get some pressure, but right there, good coverage down the field. Again, Kevin, you talked about it. This wind, it's going to be really tough to get the balls down the field going both ways.
Well, he threw a good pass there. It was a tight spiral as this punt is away, and now there's a flag near the punter as the ball is caught by Parrish inside the 50-yard line. And let's see what the call is. Our first flag of the night. Brian Most is the referee tonight.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, 15 yards.
So it is the 15-yard penalty as the wind affecting the referee's mic, and it'll be a 1st down for the Huskies.
Yeah, just an unfortunate penalty here on Olathe North as they were going to get good field position again. Again, kind of got blocked into him a little bit. See, that's Love, the running back, just trying to make a play and just rolls up on the punter there, but the referee felt like it was roughing, and 15-yard penalty, 1st down, Blue Valley Northwest.
Spotted at the 39-yard line. Play action, quick pass to the outside. And that is Stephen Witter, their leading receiver, makes the catch and lost about a yard on the play as Parrish. Tell you what, Johnny, I don't know which side he's more valuable, as an offensive player or as a safety man. He is tremendous.
Yeah, you see him right there, just fight through the block. Good open field tackle there for a loss of a couple yards. You see both teams struggling on 1st downs right now to get anything going.
Huskies keep it on the ground. Stubblefield, nothing doing. Once again, Alex King. King, the Mike linebacker for Olathe North, and the team's one of the top tacklers. He and Jackson Davis both have around 80 tackles coming in, so the Mike and Sam linebacker leading the Eagles in tackles. And now sets up a 3rd down and long. Pauley, once again, completes 67% of his passes. Plenty of time, and now the pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws, looking for Witter on the sidelines. It was King with the quarterback hurry, number 33, the linebacker. Everything was good for a while until 33 came right up the middle, Johnny.
Yeah, you see the delayed blitz there by King, making sure that Mikey Pauley's not going to try and run. And once he sees him kind of get in that pocket, get set, he just rushes the quarterback. And again, good coverage down the field, not allowing Mikey Pauley to find an open receiver.
Punting unit out, Zach Yates to punt it away. Josh Parrish, one of the Parrish twins, to retrieve this one, and he's going to let it hit, and it'll die near the 30-yard line. 32 yards, no return, and Olathe North will get the football. Last time these teams met, you had to go all the way back to 2013. The head coaches in that game for Olathe North was Gene Weir, and Mike Zagunis was the head coach of Blue Valley Northwest. That was a low-scoring game, 14-3. The Eagles beat the Huskies.
Well, we're trending that way right now.
Well, it's definitely not the kind of weather for a high-scoring affair. It's cold and windy on the Ivy High School game of the week. From the 31, 1st and 10 for Palmer and the Olathe North offense. Flags prior to the snap.
Dead ball. False start. On the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So 1st and 15. Eagles ran it about 90% of the time last year. This year it's about 60% of the time. Average 374 yards per game offensively, 33 points per game. It's about where they were last year. Here's Parrish. Stumble his way to the 28-yard line, a gain of 2.
We're seeing a lot of penetration from both defensive lines, not really allowing these running backs to get anything going. And Kevin, you talked about how good these defenses are coming in this game. You can definitely see that both coaches have challenged their defensive lines to step up and stop the run.
Quick pass to Parrish. Turn it up the field, right into his blocker. Get it to the 33-yard line, a gain of 5. This is just a little short, quick connection, and the blocker there got kind of run up his back. You can see he's okay. Now 3rd down and 8. And another flag prior to the snapping of the football.
Dead ball. Encroach. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Now, goes from 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 3. You saw the players looking to the sideline for the play call, and that caused the defensive line to move early. It's a big game. Everybody all fired up. Now Palmer going to try to take off and run. He's not going to get the 1st down. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Joe Salmon, the inside linebacker. Involved in the stop. Peterson, the all-conference player, leading the D-line linebackers. Tackle leader is Rinaldo. And there is a look at the secondary. Mariano is their shutdown corner. 4th down and 3. Once again, Palmer, punter slash quarterback, so you always have to be wary, and it's blocked. Punt is blocked, picked up by the Huskies and down the sidelines, and they'll get it inside the 10 near the 5-yard line. That was Drew Kaufman on the scoop. He didn't score, but he's got 1st and goal now for the Huskies after the punt block. And the short field, you betcha, for Northwest. Their fans loving it as an early special teams play by the Huskies. Let's see who gets the punt block here.
It's unblocked on the outside.
I think it was Biancalana, I believe. Gavin Biancalana, the outside linebacker, number 11. The former Royal Buddy Biancalana's son blocks it, and then Drew Kaufman scoops it up, gets some nice blocking as Palmer able to deny it. And 1st and goal, running play, touchdown, Grant Stubblefield. As he goes in pretty much untouched. And he'll go for a 4-yard rushing touchdown, and Blue Valley Northwest strikes first.
There is a penalty on the field, penalty flag on the field, so we'll see if it's a holding or was it after the play, but it looked like
Touchdown. Dead ball, unsporting-like on both teams. Defense and offense. That is both unsporting.
So the touchdown will count. 4-yard rushing touchdown for Stubblefield. There is Grant. He goes into the tent. That's not a medical tent. That is a warm-up your backside tent. Boy, that's they got heaters blowing down there. As the extra point try coming up for Gavin Biancalana. He had the punt block. 31 of 34 on PATs, and a nice job by the holder Yates there as he had to make a great catch and get it down. And the PAT is good, and it's 7-0. Huskies on top. Well, it's 4th down, punting time for Palmer, and Biancalana coming off the side and gets the block.
Yeah, that's 2 mishaps now for Olathe North on the special teams. Had the roughing the punter earlier in the first quarter, and then obviously with the block punt there. And you see the touchdown run there by Grant Stubblefield, 19th touchdown this season, puts Blue Valley Northwest up 7-0.
Yeah, now 21 if you include his receiving touchdowns. So good start for Blue Valley Northwest. Special teams coming through, and once again, Biancalana, if you're saying, didn't the Royals have some guy named Biancalana? Yeah, Buddy Biancalana was on the 85 Royals and played shortstop. He now lives out in California, is a life coach, lives in the Oakland area. Gavin and his brother Alex live in Overland Park with their mom Carrie. Alex serves as the ball boy. Met him earlier this week. Nice young man. Is the kick down the field. This will be fielded by Olathe North, and not much running room. That was Michael Canseco.
Yeah, kind of a tough kick to field. Almost looked like they thought it was going to go out of bounds, and that first bounce just kind of kept the ball in play. So smart decision there by Canseco. Just get the ball and get what you can.
Couple of yards on the return. They'll have it at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Brian McCall leading the offense. The headset on. Former state championship winning quarterback. Now Palmer and the offense back out. His team went 8-2. Losses to Olathe West and Lawrence. A good year in the Sunflower Conference, tying for 2nd. Mill Valley won the league as a run by the quarterback, just a power run by Palmer. See Palmer wearing sleeves tonight. And I always worry, Johnny, with players wearing sleeves for the first time, and you put the ball, and all of a sudden the ball becomes slick. You have to be wary of that when you're going with your sleeves for your first ball game.
Yeah, and you double that down with cold hands and not able to get the normal grip. So see if that affects him at all today. 2nd
down and 8. Pass caught in the flat. Receiver will turn it up the field for short yardage. No first down. And it's a nice catch by B.J. Shields, the leading receiver for Olathe North this year.
See Palmer just getting that ball out to his playmaker, and didn't pick up the first down, but into more manageable 3rd down territory here. 3rd and 1. See if they can't pick it up and get their first down of the game.
Say he's the biggest surprise of this team, a guy that didn't play as a sophomore or junior and now has 35 catches in the year. Senior B.J. Shields. 3rd down and short. Palmer didn't get the first down, and the defense is really stepping up. Like Peterson was there, big number 50, their defensive leader on the D-line for the Huskies.
Well, you could see the Northwest linebackers pinning their ears back, working their way downhill, and Palmer's just not able to get anything going, and once he hits that black wall, he's just taken down. Looks like he's going to be a yard short.
Linebackers there, and then Peterson came in late as the punting unit is out for Olathe North. don't know when he's only this deep. Now Palmer just kind of moving back a little bit. Now they'll take the timeout. Timeout Olathe North, late stages of the first quarter, 7-0 Blue Valley Northwest. Winner goes to the state semifinals, and they'll either play Shawnee Mission Northwest or Blue Valley West. It's an interesting game. That's also a Sunflower versus EKL matchup. And that young man in the front row with no shirt, you want to say tough guy, or do you say you might want to rethink it? Yeah. The ladies seem to like it. All the goosebumps are going there. Everybody has to be a tough guy. That's the Olathe North side. There's always one in the group. This guy's opted for the body painting. And I like he's got all the bundle up on top and then showing off the pecs. All right, well, 4th down, and last time the punt was blocked. Or do they go for it? Palmer takes a low snap and just gets it out of there quickly, and it takes a nice roll. It'll go inside the 15. What a punt here by Palmer inside the 10-yard line. 51 yards.
63.
Now, why was nobody back there, Johnny? Did they really think they were going to go for it there, or?
Well, I think, they called the timeout. Typically, if you think you're going to punt it, you'll just take the 5-yard delay. So maybe that just kind of alerted that Blue Valley Northwest sideline to.
That ball hit at the 34, Johnny, and trickled all the way down to the 9. So they got like 25 more yards, aided by that north wind in roll. So 25 of the 51 was just on roll because you didn't have a guy back there to field it. So it'll be 1st and 10 inside the 10-yard line for Pauley in the offense. Got a rushing touchdown from Stubblefield. He'll get it. Stubblefield up the middle. Stubblefield turning on the speed. Parrish is going to have to run him down. Parrish got great speed, and he cannot. He got in with a stiff arm and another touchdown. Grant Stubblefield, 91 yards for the Huskies. Biancalana, extra point try. Yates, the holder. And 2 for 2 for Biancalana, but Grant Stubblefield in the end zone now, 2 for 2. And he has a 4-yard rushing touchdown and a 91-yard touchdown run right up the hashes.
Yeah, and you see it just right up the middle. Looks like the Olathe North linebackers thought maybe outside, and he gets right up. And you see Parrish almost trying to take him down, but you see the strength of Stubblefield able to finish that run off into the end zone. Big momentum shift there as the Olathe North punt obviously flipped the field. Blue Valley Northwest able to, next play of the game, take it all the way to the house. 14-0 Blue Valley Northwest. These fans are rocking right now.
Be Rinaldo to kick it off for Blue Valley Northwest. Eagles moving up as kicking against the wind. And this will be Conseco from the 21. Not much. Good coverage on the kickoff by the Huskies as Gavin Biancalana down with special teams. 6-yard return, and now Olathe North in a hole, down 2 touchdowns, under a minute to play in your first quarter in this Kansas Class 6A state sectional game.
Yeah, still plenty of time, obviously, on the clock. Still got over 3 quarters, but if you're Olathe North, you can't try and rush things. Got to make sure you're taking care of the ball, but you definitely need some positive plays here on offense to get this first down picked up. And See if they can't put a drive together here.
On the 27, 1st and 10, play action. Palmer looking deep middle, has his man, and it's a first down catch to the 45-yard line. That is Shields, who's a little slow to get up.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of got rolled up on the back of the ankle there on the tackle, but
he'll limp off.
And you see here at the end of the play, good throw by Noah Palmer, hitting his receiver in stride. Just kind of gets rolled up a little bit. Hopefully he can get that thing walked off and get back into the game. As we talked about earlier, Kevin, he's one of their go-to guys on offense.
Quick pass to the outside. This is Parrish spinning off one tackle. Gang tackle down near the 47-yard line. Parrish, talk about him as a running back. Now he has 25 catches. And he had 3 TD catches and an interception last week as Olathe North beat Olathe Northwest in the state playoffs. And that'll be the final play of the first quarter in this 6A state sectional game in the Sunflower State. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Spectrum Sports. Ready for the start of the second quarter on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Palmer on a quarterback run. Not much doing. Back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Eagles. Now the Eagles had a punt blocked in the first quarter and gave up a 91-yard touchdown run, but trying to get back in it here in the second quarter. Eagles, number 9 in our Super 25, number 4 in the Class 6A poll. They're the 4th seed out of the East bracket. Third down and short, pass deflected, and looked like it was Salmon, the linebacker, got a piece of it. They were looking for Conseco, I believe, but nice play by Joe Salmon, the inside linebacker.
They see Palmer just trying to get that ball out, but Salmon able to get that hand up on that quick pass and get the pass deflection. And again, decision time here for Olathe North. You're kind of facing that wind a little bit.
Yeah, the wind switching for the teams as far as who's got it and who doesn't. Now, Olathe North will be going against the wind, and on 4th down and short, Palmer going to throw, and the pass is incomplete. Broken up, looking for Parrish, and the coverage by Mariano and Trey Ridley, as they kind of did a sandwich on the Olathe North wide receiver and knocked it free. Ball over on downs to the Huskies.
Yeah, great coverage by Ridley, and then Mariano kind of comes over and finishes it off as he was guarding the other receiver, but good job by Ridley on the initial coverage. See here, it looks like it's going to be a catch, and then last second, so big turnover on downs as Valley Northwest is going to have pretty good field position here. Already up 14-0.
Mariano they list as their top corner. And 1st and 10. And now a pass over the middle to Grant Stubblefield. And Stubblefield is tracked down as they saw something there. As Stubblefield, as a running back, has 2 touchdowns. How about as a receiver, Johnny?
Yeah, and you can see Stubblefield's the first person off the line of scrimmage, even though he was lined up in the backfield. Just kind of outran everybody in white.
33 yards. And this running play is stuffed. Eagle defense strong. And that was led by Aguilar. The nose guard kind of clogging things up as Mikey Pauley in the offense now facing 2nd down and 10. Already leading by 2 touchdowns, trying to get more. This offense averaging 44 points per game, over 400 yards per game, 438 to be exact in the high-scoring EKL. Stubblefield stepping to the outside, using that stiff arm again. King rides him out of bounds. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the first down, but Stubblefield using the old-school stiff arm to keep the Eagles at bay.
Yeah, and you see him, he's keeping the defenders off of his leg. I mean, Grant's one of the stronger running backs you're going to see. He's able to keep those legs moving, but it's that stiff arm that's able to keep him obviously moving in the right direction.
Flags before the snap. Might have got the center.
No penalty, third down.
Goes from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8 to 5 yards against the Huskies. Coach Ryder working the sidelines. Really felt like this team really needed to get those second-level blocks tonight, one of his major keys. And his offensive line doing a good job. 3rd down and 8. Quarterback read option for Mikey Pauley, breaking free into the end zone, touchdown. Blue Valley Northwest, Mikey Pauley. 19 yards for the 3rd Husky touchdown of the night.
And you see Pauley make the right read. This defense is crashing down on Stubblefield right now. He just pulls it. You can see the speed in the open field by Pauley. Takes it in for the touchdown.
Biancalana, extra point. Is up and good. He's 3 for 3, and the Huskies get a 4th down stop. Quickly march down the field, and Mikey Pauley with the 3rd touchdown for the Huskies.
You see Olathe North just kind of drift with Stubblefield, and Pauley's seen that so many times. He's just going to pull it. It's up in the end zone. Again, you see the dangerous duo here of Mikey Pauley and Grant Stubblefield, how effective they are running this football. But like you said, Kevin, these guys up front really taking a lot of pride in this running game, and you can see those guys working their butts off to free these running backs and quarterbacks in this run game.
It's the 11th rushing touchdown of the year for Mikey Pauley, the senior quarterback headed to Nebraska, play college baseball or maybe football if something pans out, finds an offer that he likes. He's a catcher and a very good hitter for the Husky baseball team in the spring. Parrish deep back for the Eagles to return the kick. Ronaldo. And he's into the end zone for the touchback. 10 from the 20-yard line. The Eagles down on the road. They do have the wind at their face, Johnny, and I'll tell you what.
It's gut check time.
Yeah, it's put up or shut up, or this game might be over on a cold and windy night here in Overland Park. Kevin White, Johnny Beck, our entire Spectrum Sport broadcast crew. The winner goes to the state semifinals. The loser will be checking equipment on Monday. Your season will end. Running play, not much doing. Yes. This is Parrish. We have not seen Aquintez Love that much run the football. It seems like these guys have kind of split the rushing duties for the Eagles.
They had him on the field the first series, and I think I've seen him since then. So
now they go empty, 4 wide for the Eagles on 2nd down and 7. Pass to the flat is caught. Receiver turning up the field. Across the 25 near the 27-yard line. That is Josh Parrish. Parrish, the junior. Not the biggest guy in the world, but he is quick. And watch Peterson, the defensive lineman, coming down and making a stop on a wide receiver, and that's why he's an all-conference player. definitely a college prospect, Gabe Peterson. Playing both ways tonight.
And Northwest looks like they're going to bring some pressure and see if Palmer can get the ball out.
Palmer will quickly get it out. The receiver is taken down immediately. That is Josh Cusick. Once again, you got the Parrish twins and you got the Cusick twins. And this is Josh, the defensive back. And brother Nick is a wide receiver and makes the stop. And makes it 4th down and 2 for Olathe North.
You see Josh Cusick just do a good job of identifying that play and not allowing that wide receiver to get upfield. Big stop there on 3rd down.
Wow, the receiver had no shot. And here's a quick punt by Palmer, and the wind just kills it. And went up and hit that wave of wind and kind of died. Still 30-yard punt, not really that bad considering the strong north wind that Palmer was punting against. It's only 3 yards below his average. And good field position now for the Husky offense as they'll start at their own 42-yard line. 7.5 to go before Hy-Vee at the half. Numbers and highlights brought to you by your employee-owned Hy-Vee stores.
See how this Olathe North defense responds. They need a big play. Get their team some momentum.
Stubblefield in the pistol formation behind quarterback Mikey Pauley. Jet sweep action, and that'll be Witter, upended by Parrish. As he's able to get to the 46-yard line, a gain of 4. Witter is their top receiver as far as catches and yardage. Call him the yak guy. Yards after the contact guy. And this is Stubblefield. He's contacted immediately. Man, got hit hard there as that was the linebacker King. You see the sticker on the helmet, Johnny, and last week a very sad day for Olathe North, the family of the Eagles, as they lost their assistant coach, Josh Dirks, passed away due to an illness. Only 38 years old. Yeah, leaves behind 4 kids between the ages of 4 and 15. His daughter Ella goes to school there. His wife Tiffany is a sports medicine teacher. As this running play by Pauley, second effort may have got it for him there on 3rd down and 6. Well, once again, all of us at Spectrum Sports want to pass on our condolences to the Dirks family in this very difficult time with the passing of, they call him the gentle giant, Josh Dirks, offensive line coach for Olathe North. That's what Coach McCartney called him. He said, I don't know how he can hang out with guys like us. He's such a nice guy. But it is a 1st down run by quarterback Pauley, throwing and finding his receiver. Kind of a juggling catch. And the receiver fighting his way down the field is Max Muehlberger. How about this catch on a regrip by Max Muehlberger? Has it inside the 5-yard line. I think Muehlberger's thinking if I could caught this ball cleanly, I would have had 6. But, oh, the old helmet catch.
Yeah,
Can we see one of those in a Super Bowl?
Yeah, you see him use that helmet. And almost gets in the end zone there. Almost lost the ball going out of bounds.
And 1st and goal, quarterback keeper on the read option, and Mikey Pauley dashing in off the left side. Touchdown, 1 yard, Mikey Pauley, and the Huskies are rolling it home over the Eagles.
See Pauley having a little bit of fun there on the sideline as Valley Northwest guys are rolling right now.
Galana extra point, and he is perfect, 4 for 4. 28-0 home team, and the Huskies, the winners of the EKL, #1 seed in the East bracket. Like they're heading to into the state semifinal. Here's the big pass play to Muehlberger, and watch him just kind of pin it against his helmet.
You see the scoring drive there, 5 plays, 48 yards. Mikey Pauley finishing it off with this 1-yard touchdown run, second of the night, but what a play by Max Muehlberger to set up that 1-yard touchdown run. And again, you see the capability of Mikey Pauley, not only able to do it on the ground, but also in the air. Big pass play there. And again, it's tough sledding right now for this Olathe North defense. By Northwest team it's a hard offense to stop, especially when you got guys in the backfield that break 90-yard touchdown runs, and got a good offensive line up front. So see if Olathe North can't get a good return here, if this ball doesn't go into the end zone. They're looking for anything positive right now.
A new kicker, Chris Scheibel. Can't get there, and with the wind at his back, he's able to get a touchback, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 now for Olathe North, down by 4 touchdowns. Eagles advancing to tonight's game, beating Olathe Northwest and Olathe East. City rivals tonight, taking on the EKL. EKL has proven to be a very strong conference. It's Palmer, play action, looking deep down the field, and Canseco will make the catch. Michael Canseco with a catch and a first down across midfield. And there's a flag down, and it may nullify this big Eagles pass play. From 38 yards by Canseco, but looks like a offensive line penalty.
Holding on the offense. Pathers to the goal.
Take a look at the center, Gallegos, number 75. That's who they're calling it on. As the flag hit him, actually.
Pancake block there, but
well,
unfortunate for Olathe North.
1st and 22. Eagles backed up. Parrish doing too much, as the Huskies have been very strong on defense tonight. Joe Salmon, one of their strongest players in the weight room. Lost a yard, 2nd down and 23 for the Eagles offense. Palmer throwing to Parrish. Parrish can't break the tackle of the first man, and that is Rinaldo, their leading tackler, the inside linebacker. Came in with 56 total tackles. Linebackers are flying around. This team has been very good about sacking the quarterback. 19 sacks, 9 takeaways. And really not giving up that many points, 17 points per game against their tough EKL schedule. Third down and 20 for the Eagles. Backed up after the holding penalty. Going to pass down the field. Pass going to be intercepted. A flag is down as the return by Biancalana will be in for a touchdown, but a penalty may be coming up. There's 2 flags actually down, and it might be a penalty on the Huskies in the secondary.
Yeah, it's going to be a pass interference as the ball was in the air, and it looked like he was just kind of grabbing the back of the jersey there. An automatic first down for Olathe North. And They needed something good to happen.
Pass interference on the defense. By rule, that's a 15-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So a 15-yard penalty, and it's still 3rd down.
And you see Palmer loading up and good throw down the field. Yeah, you see right there. Cusick with the hold.
It takes a chunk of the yardage away with the penalty, 15 yards. So 3rd and 23 becomes 3rd down and 5 with the 15-yard penalty. So manageable for the Eagles. Desperately need to get some points. 4 minutes away from halftime. Pass to the outside. Parrish, the catch, tries to cut it up. Leading the charge is Beheimer, the defensive lineman. Had some help from some teammates.
Looked like they were going to.
It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to spot it closer to the 30, but they're going to put that ball at the 29-yard line. And
so it's a yard short. 4th and 1. It's a long one, too. It's not right up on the hash mark, so it's a little behind it. So Coach McCartney will want to go for it on 4th down. Or do they punt it down the field? Nobody back to return the punt for the Huskies as Palmer will quick punt it down the field. Should get some roll, but once again, the punt is against the wind, and the wind just kills the ball for only a 29-yard punt. Strong northwest winds really put the kibosh on that punt. On this cold night. Temperatures in the 30s, but with the wind blowing as strong as it is from the northwest, northwest, they're saying the wind chill's in the 20s range, and it is definitely cold tonight. They're saying the winds should subside through the evening. That would help a little bit, but it is still a very, very chilly November Kansas City night. Stubblefield on the run up the middle. Parrish with a nice tackle. But it's about a 10-yard gain. Let's see where they're spotting a football as Parrish, the safety man, makes the stop. Let's see if they give him the 1st down or say 2nd down and short. Measure to see if this is a 1st down. Once again, the winner of this game will play the winner of Shawnee Mission Northwest and Blue Valley West. That game at Shawnee Mission North looks to be a little bit short, so 2nd down and short. So that's what's left in the East. The West bracket, well, Derby's the #1 seed. They're playing at home against Lawrence Free State. The other 2 teams are Manhattan and Lawrence, the 2 and the 6 seed. So that is what's left. But when you talk to coaches, they say the West is a done deal. The West won by Derby, the defending state champs. But who comes out of the East still to be determined. And Derby has just been a dominant team. Brandon Clark has got a powerhouse down there. And here's Pauley dropping back, throwing, has a wide open Stubblefield who had to come back and make a very low catch. Inches off the ground. Stubblefield showed some great hands and has the 1st down.
Again, you see Stubblefield right out of the backfield, just kind of finds the seam, and Pauley able to get that ball off at the last second. You see the athleticism of Stubblefield right there, able to catch the ball, stay on his feet, and pick up some extra yards.
And quarterback read option, Pauley. Not much doing on this play. Alex King involved in the stop. Down and 6 for the Huskies. Number 2 team in the 6A state poll behind Derby. Stubblefield did not get to the 20, and he was pushed back hard. King involved. This guy, a wrestler and an aggressive player. Say he's really improved as a defensive player, reading plays better. No gain on that last Stubblefield run. You see the Huskies with the big lead, managing the clock. We approach halftime. 3rd down and 4. Pauley keeping it. Running room. Second level. Pauley into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. The hat trick for Mikey Pauley. 3 on the night for number 10.
Yeah, for being a bigger guy, he sure has pretty good feet. You see, he really doesn't lose speed, changing direction. He just kind of weaves his way through the defense. And again, you see the fake to Stubblefield. Pauley pulls it out, finds his way to the end zone for the 3rd time tonight in this first half.
Extra point is good by Bianca Lana. Well, if you're a Husky fan, you're feeling a bit warmer. Team up 35-0.
You see the big guys up front doing a good job of staying with their blocks. And this offensive line allowing these Blue Valley Northwest running backs to just run free to the 2nd and 3rd level. And you see there, just 5 plays, 58 yards. Again, another touchdown run for Mikey Pauley. And you kind of see why these guys were able to win the EKL and put up the type of numbers that they did. These guys have such a complementary offense. We've seen Pauley put the ball in the air, have success on that, but this running game is just so tough to stop when you've got guys like Stubblefield and Pauley running it.
Scheibel kind of shanks this one as it goes out of bounds, so. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Yeah, the Blue Valley Northwest players, when they get done, as we see the penalty on the kick.
The ball out of bounds. By rule, 35-yard line. 1st down. Olathe North.
They have a tent set up, and they have heaters in there, and they also have their TV screen. And I said, Coach Ryder, man, look at this thing you got going here on your sidelines. He goes, that's our parents. The parents do such a great job of helping us out and setting that up, and taking care of their kids. That's pretty extravagant. You get to watch the highlights, sit in a chair, and have a heater blow on you.
Well, and they have the tarps on the side, the direction that the wind's blowing.
They're blocking the wind with the tarp.
These guys are staying nice and warm, like you said, underneath that tent. But looks like Olathe North elected to take the penalty.
Oh, okay. They say back up.
Kick.
They don't want the 35-yard line. They want to try to return this kick. So, yeah, that is an option. You can take it at the 35 or ask them to re-kick 5 yards back, so they'll kick from the 35-yard line. And it looks like Scheibel is back to the sidelines and Ronaldo back in. So you kick it out of bounds, you lose your kickoff duties. Temporarily, I would imagine. And now we got another guy kicking off. Number 16, Nate Livingston. Revolving door on the kickoff duties as the return by Canseco just across the 30-yard line. And tell you what, Johnny, if you're Olathe North, that is a very cold sideline right now, as it's 35-0, and the wind chill just dipped a little bit there on the visiting sideline. Good crowd from Olathe North. Brought a lot of people over. Support the Eagles. On 1st and 10, Palmer, quarterback read option, trying to get to the edge, and not much doing. It's been a good night. It looked like Peterson there to head off the quarterback at the pass. The Eagles don't want to take a timeout. You don't actually have to run a play, as play clock ahead of the game clock, but they will run a 2nd down play. This running play to Parrish, and he'll break it out to midfield for a 1st down and an 18-yard run. They'll stop the clock to move the chains. Best play of the night for the Eagles. Jacob Parrish on a nice cutback run. Now the Eagles will take the timeout.
You're going to have a tough time getting the ball all the way to the end zone, so you're going to have to draw up some sort of hook and ladder or something to try and find your way to the end zone, but too far to throw a Hail Mary all the way down there. Saw the Chiefs a couple years ago kind of set a screen up for Tyreek Hill, and he was able to run it in, so we'll see if Coach McCall's able to draw something up for Parrish, allow him to get the ball in some open space and see if he can't get some blockers down the field. They desperately need to put some points on the board.
Looks like the fans bundled up and bringing out the ski apparel. Well, 2 seconds. Eagles from midfield. Do they call a trick play like Johnny's suggesting? No, they'll run it with Parrish, their most dangerous player on offense. Parrish will be run out of bounds inside the 35, and now a penalty, and the 2nd quarter will live on, as now Olathe North did not like their teammate. Roughed up on the sidelines, and the officials trying to calm everybody down. Also the Olathe North coaches want everybody to chill out on a freezing night.
Yeah, if you're Olathe North, you definitely want to take that penalty and not try and get another one, so that way you can keep this half going.
We're going to probably have an untimed play to end the 2nd quarter after Brian Most sorts this out.
Put the ball inside the 20-yard line.
Personal foul on the defense. Hazardous to the goal with 1 untimed down.
So 1 untimed down. Now the ball is
Blue Valley Northwest
inside the red zone, as we'll get a timeout for Blue Valley Northwest, as Parrish was dancing around, got near the sideline. And yeah, too much by the linebacker Salmon, as he rode him out and then kind of slammed him to the turf.
Yeah, and the one thing you didn't want if you were Blue Valley Northwest was to give him another play, but Olathe North's going to have a chance to throw this ball in the end zone and see if they can't come down with a catch here.
Coming up, Hy-Vee at the half, player of the week. Highlights and stats brought to you by your employee-owned Hy-Vee stores. Spotted in the red zone at the 14-yard line after a Northwest timeout. I think it was a reminder to the defense to keep playing, as Palmer rolling, throwing, diving catch by Canseco. Yes, but to the 1, and the clock runs out. So they'll come up a yard short with Michael Canseco making a great catch, but they got nothing. it'll be 35-0. Blue Valley Northwest at halftime. Pauley, 3 rushing touchdowns, Stubblefield with 2. And the Huskies dominating at home as they look to go 10-1 on the year and move to the state semifinals. And we're coming back with Hy-Vee at the half here on Spectrum Sports. $35-0. Blue Valley Northwest, the #1 seed in the East bracket, #2 in the 6A state poll, behind only Derby, dominating this first half. And let's take a look at the Hy-Vee first half numbers in this state sectional game. And, well, yep, dominating on the scoreboard, dominating on the stat sheet, the Huskies.
Yeah, you see, able to get that running game going, and Olathe North not able to stop it, but over 250 yards for Blue Valley Northwest. And you see the red zone efficiency of 3 attempts, but 3 touchdowns. And, you got a couple big plays by Stubblefield, a couple pass plays to Muhleberger down the field, and Blue Valley Northwest offense is rolling right now.
There's the young man that's going shirtless tonight, and he's got the pumpkin with the toothpick, and it's a good look. Isn't Halloween over, man? This is earlier using a hockey stick to hoist his pumpkin, and then he had to fix it back up and get it back on the hockey stick. And, okay, that young lady has to protect the pumpkin with the hockey stick for her friend, and I'm thinking way too much coverage for the guy with the pumpkin and no shirt on, maybe. Wow, this must be 35-0 at halftime. Mikey Pauley getting warmed up.
Yeah, you see 2 different sidelines right now. You see the energy from Blue Valley Northwest, and not so much for Olathe North. But, those guys on the Olathe North coaching staff will get their guys rallied up.
Yeah, it's definitely colder on the Olathe North sideline than it is on the Northwest sideline. As you're down 35-0, your season could end tonight. Olathe North will have the football to start the second half. They won the coin toss, deferred their option to the second half. Team that's fought through the loss of their assistant coach last week and got an emotional win over Olathe Northwest, a rivalry team, a team that's tough to play with their flex bone. And look at Coach John Reichert, coaching, longtime coach, former Shawnee Mission West Viking back in his high school days. Me and John are about the same age, and I was telling him I was at Olathe North watching their practice in Marshall Enzer Field. Where they practice now is where their games used to be. And he said, we're about the same age. Do you remember the Shawnee Mission West game against Olathe High School, like 1979 or 1980? I said, yeah, the one that ended with the hook and lateral play? Yeah. Yeah, Shawnee Mission West executed the hook and lateral play and ruined my Friday night. As Olathe High School, that was before even North was even around, Olathe High School lost in the last second to Shawnee Mission West and Coach Reichert. A kick away is a directional kick fielded by Canseco inside the 20. He'll get it just across the 25-yard line. My memory is better on the bad memories, I think. It's the bad things that have happened to you.
That means there's a lot of good things, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was kind of shocking that I would remember that game. I do remember it. I thought we had it won. I thought the Eagles were victorious, and then all of a sudden, gadget play, we lose to the Vikings. Here's an end around play to Jacob Parrish, and he cuts it back the other way and will run for a first down. Well, it looked like the jet sweep was headed our way, Johnny, and then it was reversed by Jacob Parrish. There appears to be a flag down.
Looks like it's going to be holding. Again, you saw Parrish reverse fields, and
There is no flag for a blindside block. Second down.
So they say flag was a blindside block, but watch Parrish. And maybe it was the quarterback, Palmer, was kind of coming back and trying to help out Parrish. Number 30 is who they're calling for the flag, but he just hit him on the side, it looks like.
yeah, nothing malicious, but good block there by Palmer.
Palmer on 1st and 10 down the field. Pass going to be caught on a rebound. The defender hit it up in the air. That was Zach Yates, and B.J. Shields makes the catch. It's like a basketball player getting a rebound underneath the rim.
Yeah, you see Shields stay with it. Kind of just gets that ball batted up in the air. Saw Shields limp off the field earlier, so it's good to see him back out there, and you see the big play capability that he's got.
Yeah. 1st and 10 inside the 40-yard line. Canseco the catch. Turns it up the field to the 35, a gain of 3. The Eagles moving effectively. Their first touches of the 3rd quarter, but down 35-0. Empty set. Looks like a 5-receiver deployment. Handed off to Skoma. Jason Skoma. Close to the first down. Skoma, a wide receiver, and just took a handoff and made a nice cut. That's a good run. It'll be 3rd down and short.
Yeah, you see Skoma. Sees that defensive end kind of barreling down, so he cuts upfield. Good pickup there on 2nd down. 3rd and short here for Olathe North.
He's got over 200 yards and a touchdown rushing as Palmer throwing on 3rd down and short. Parrish the first down. As he's ankle tackle down, but he does have enough for the first down for the Eagles.
Just a quick pitch and catch here, and you see Palmer getting the ball out of his hands as quick as he can. Parrish with the good catch, and what a tackle by Trey Ridley right there to, I'm going to say save a touchdown, but save a big gain. Open field tackle.
Ridley, the safety man, yeah. Open field tackle. On the 23, 1st and 10. Palmer, time, goes deep middle, pass, caught for a touchdown. What a play by B.J. Shields. We saw him with the rebound catch. And this time he just kind of pinned the defender and made the catch in the end zone for the first points of the night. B.J. Shields with a 23-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah, like you said, Shields just kind of used his body to shield off the defender.
Jorge Gallegos, extra point, up and good. So Olathe North taking the 3rd quarter kick and gets a 23-yard touchdown pass to Shields. We had 2 guys there. Cusick was the cornerback, covered him, and the safety coming over couldn't help out. This is a nice catch. A lot of guys around you, and held the ball through the catch.
Yeah, good throw by Palmer, throwing it up, allowing Shields to go get it at its high point. And Kevin, you go back to that last play of the first half, coming up a yard short. Olathe North was able to come out in the second half and march right down the field. A touchdown at the end of the half would have been huge, but either way, I like how Olathe North has come back in this second half and responded. We talked about this coaching staff. They've got a lot of pride in this program. They're not going to let their guys just kind of roll over and let Blue Valley Northwest walk all over them. So we'll see if Olathe North decides to kick it deep or if they've got something up their sleeve.
20 touchdown passes now for Palmer, and Shields his 6th receiving touchdown. A guy that didn't play last year or his sophomore year. He's a senior, came out late. They say he's been a big surprise. And young man with the pumpkin hockey stick and no shirt is still fired up, ready to go. Getting the ski apparel fans all fired up. Looks like the section leader of the cheering squad for the Eagles as Skoma sending a kick down the field at the 16-yard line on the return. Coverage good by the Eagles. Much running room for the Huskies, as that was Josh Cusick. And now the offense. What's the plan with the big lead for the Mikey Pauley-led Huskies, Johnny?
I think you stay with your game plan. I think, you know, they're going to establish the run, and they've had a lot of success up front with the big guys allowing some pretty good running lanes. And I don't think you shy too much away from that. And if you're Olathe North, you got to do a better job of staying in your gaps and reading your keys and not allowing the big play.
Fake the jet sweep. Quarterback will keep it. And not much for Mikey Pauley, who had 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half. Headed to Lincoln to play college baseball as a catcher. And there you see the passing night. Ground game a little more effective, 44 for 3 touchdowns, as mentioned, 2nd down and 9. Although I think he's keeping his options open on football if something good pops up in the football world. And
yeah, he had a pretty productive summer, not only playing baseball, but getting out to some camps, and I think a lot of Division I football coaches like what they see.
Yep. This running play to Stubblefield is shut down right at the 25-yard line. Eagles defensive line doing a good job. Guys up front doing some damage. Daniel Van, also the big guy, Devin Lowe. Big Devin at 350, leading the team in sacks and tackles for a loss. He's a force to be reckoned with. 6'3", 350. Just from Northwest definitely said 95 is a factor. We need to block him. 3rd down and long. Pauley going to take off and run. And he's not going to get the first down as the blitz from the linebacker Aquintez Love, the will linebacker, forced Pauley to step up. Love didn't make the stop, but he definitely got the hurry here, and Pauley said, I'm going to have to take off, and it's now 4th down and 6.
They kept Muehlberger in to block, but the blitz came from the opposite side and kind of forced Pauley out of the pocket. Like he had a little bit of running room, but those white jerseys closed down on him and able to get him down for a minimal gain. Forced the 3 and out.
Yates averaging 34 yards per punt. Sends it down the field. Roll inside the 35-yard line. It's going to be 40 yards, so well above the average of Yates. Olathe North drove it down to start the 3rd quarter. Got the Shields touchdown reception and trying fight back in this ball game. Johnny mentioned this is a program that's won 8 state titles. They have a lot of pride, and they'll keep bringing it as long as there's time on the clock. Noah Palmer in the offense out as he goes empty on first down. Gives it off to Parrish on an end around, and he is taken down for a loss. As making the stop was Joe Salmon, the inside linebacker. He's had a big night tonight.
And you see Salmon do a good job of just staying home. See him there keeping his eyes on Parrish. Good tackle in the open field. As we know, Parrish can easily slip away from that and end up racing down the field, but Salmon does a good job of tackling him around the feet.
Second down and 12. Pass is a catch for B.J. Shields at the 32. Just a short gain. Is this a little off target here, and B.J. went down low and got it. Palmer completes 58% of his passes. 20 touchdown passes, only 3 INTs, so good ratio for Noah Palmer. Wears jersey 30 because he also is a safety man.
You got Shields at the bottom of your screen and the go-to target in the air tonight.
Parrish in motion. Palmer rolling, throwing, and the pass deflected by Biancalana and incomplete. Biancalana flying back as a outside linebacker, has 1 interception on the year, nearly got number 2 on this one.
Yeah, you saw Palmer, rolling out to his right, so the defenders all going to kind of flow that direction, and not a lot of room to throw that ball to a teammate there, and almost gets the ball intercepted. Again, Olathe North is going into this win, so.
And a bad snap. And now Palmer retreating inside the 5-yard line. And he's going to have to do a big-time improvisation. Huskies say it's a safety. The White Hats saying ball at the 1 for Blue Valley Northwest. So this was not the high snap. This was the wide snap, it looked like. Let's see. Yeah, that one, that one off the mark, and then Palmer picks it up about the 2 and then goes backwards to the 1, and Huskies will try to get him in the end zone for the safety, but instead they'll take over. First and goal from the 1-yard line. Pauley in the pistol formation with Stubblefield in the backfield. Grant, second effort, and he's in. Touchdown. Defensive lineman there to grab him, Van, but Stubblefield able to get it across for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. Stubblefield has 3 and Pauley has 3. And Grant now has 21 rushing touchdowns on the year as Biancalana in for a PAT. Well, a special teams miscue hurt the Eagles in the first half. Here's another one.
Again, you see Palmer go after this ball. Doesn't really have any options there. Just has to go down. But sets up this 1-yard touchdown run by Stubblefield. And his 3rd of the night. So we talked about this dynamic duo of Stubblefield and Pauley. Each guy has 3 touchdown runs on the night.
As the guys enjoying the warm tent. That's what you're seeing there. Most of the tents you see on the sidelines are medical tents. This is one for the guys just to sit and get protected from the cold north wind and get the heater blowing on them. But, Johnny, I really felt like Olathe North to get some points in that drive. Ball game back on, but with the miscue, you feel like, oh my. Yes. Another guy kicking off. This will be Nate Livingston, a sophomore, kicking off to Parrish. It looks like Livingston has been directionally kicking short. And that's what he does. He goes short. It'll be Canseco on the return, weaving his way across the 35. Michael Canseco. The Eagles drove down their first drive of the third quarter, get a stop on defense. Think, well, maybe they can get something in this second touch. Instead, they give up a touchdown. And
if they get that punt off, it's not the worst thing in the world, but that snap obviously didn't help out. And this Olathe North team knew they were going to have to play almost a perfect second half. They were going to get back into it.
Palmer, sideline pass. And it's B.J. Shields. B.J. a little gimp again, but saw him come back earlier. Remember in the first half, he got tackled from behind. You kind of rolled up on your leg. And, but quite a story. A guy that didn't play football last couple of years, came out late, kind of talked him into it. Become a star for the Eagles. Second down and short. Sideline pass, incomplete. Flag is down. Coverage by Cusick as they were targeting Shields again.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty, result of a penalty, first down.
Didn't look like much from up here. They must have got him for kind of going over his back, but looked like good coverage, good pass breakup.
Spotted at the 40-yard line. Second down, play action, pump and go deep to Parrish. He'll run underneath it. And this is Josh Parrish. First and goal for the Eagles at near the 4-yard line. It'll go 36 yards. And a great pump. And then they found the receiver. This is the twin Josh Parrish.
Yeah, you could tell that they were going to set that play up at some point if they ran that quick screen or quick pass out to the side and the double move. And got to give a lot of credit to Noah Palmer there, throwing the ball into the wind, able to get it down to his receiver. And big pickup there for Olathe North.
In the red zone, it'll be first and goal. Palmer calling his own number, and he is going to lose yardage. Great job by Beheimer, the defensive tackle. Says definitely has college potential. 55 for the Huskies.
Yeah, you see the length of Beheimer. He just beats this guy up front, but he's got those long arms. And he's a physical guy. He's been in the backfield a couple times tonight. And finally gets a tackle for loss here.
Second down and goal from the 8. Slant pass. And it's caught for the touchdown. Second of the night for B.J. Shields. Again, pinning the defender with that big body of his and just kind of sealing him off, and gets the 8-yard touchdown reception, his second of the night, his 7th of the season. Big night for the senior wide receiver, B.J. Shields. Here is Gallegos, up and good with the PAT. Well, they got set up by this nice pass play to Parrish, Johnny.
Yeah, again, the double move. Palmer really having to get behind that throw, and this touchdown pass, you see the quick slant, but again, see Shields using his body to kind of box out the defender, and good play there. Mariano not able to get in front there and knock that ball down. Again, how big is that hot snap for Olathe North? Is put 2 scores on the board pretty quick. this third quarter.
Skoma to kick it back. Blue Valley Northwest. Eagles continue to fight. A lot of what ifs going to be had in the locker room for Olathe North. What if they get points before halftime? What if they don't get a punt block or a bad snap? Maybe an onside kick. No, it's a directionally short kick handled at the 19-yard line. The return for Blue Valley Northwest. A short one, as that was Cusick. But a lot of what ifs. Blue Valley Northwest, number 2 in the state poll. They've been dominant throughout. One loss was to St. Thomas Aquinas, and that's still a strong program with Coach Dreiling and the Saints.
I think, you know, after the season, you talk to Coach Ryder, and he might not be that mad that they lost that game, as sometimes you can use that as motivation headed into the playoffs.
Oh, you stole the words right out of his mouth. I talked to him as now right up the hashes. Here goes Stubblefield again. Stubblefield to the house. Touchdown, Blue Valley Northwest. And go for 72 to add to his 91-yarder in the first half. Big play, Grant. Biancalana drills the extra point. This kind of reminded me of that first half run, Johnny.
Yeah, it was that 91-yard touchdown run in the first half, and second half, identical play right up the middle. Different Parrish brother trying to run him down, but Stubblefield able to finish it in the end zone. And again, you see the speed that Grant Stubblefield has, able to run away from that secondary. And it's now 7 touchdowns on the ground for Blue Valley Northwest tonight. It's no secret what they like to do. You see the hole up front. This was in the first half. And almost identical. And Stubblefield, he's one of those guys, he knows where to give credit. He's going to be taking care of his offensive linemen this week, headed into next week's game, as those guys have done such a good job up front, led by Drew Peterson at the center position.
Ball kicked out of bounds by Northwest. Now Olathe North, do they take it at the 35 or do they push him back as Pauley and Stubblefield take a look at the instant replays in the, I don't know, I'm going to call that the warm tent. Not the medical tent, the warm tent. And they'll move him back 5 and have him re-kick. Chilly night in Overland Park. Ivy High School game of the week, state sectional Kansas football. Number 1 seed in the East bracket, looking to move on. They've got 49 on 7 rushing touchdowns. 4 by Stubblefield, 3 by Pauley. Here's a directionally short kick at the 25. Canseco on the return. No, Parrish, I beg your pardon. Parrish, decent return. And they'll have it right near the 35-yard line. Coach McCall and the offense will be out. Been very effective in the second half. Palmer throwing the ball. A couple of touchdown passes to B.J. Shields.
Yeah, they had some success in the first half throwing the ball, just not able to end up in the end zone, but seen it stick with the same game plan in the second half.
Palmer going deep middle, and he had his man, but the receiver dropped it. That was B.J. Shields. Oh, he had him in stride too. And again, B.J. comes up a little gimpy. We've seen that throughout the night, but Palmer on a dime, and B.J. no.
Yeah, we see three Blue Valley Northwest defenders all chasing Shields, and he'd like to have that one back as he's had some big catches tonight, but none easier than that one.
Yeah, that one BJ'd like to have back. That will go in the drop category. Pass to Canseco on the outside, cuts it up, and flags are down. As Canseco's still not down as he's fighting near midfield. That's a yards after the catch play by Michael Canseco, but a flag coming up looks like on Olathe North.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold or a block in the back on the outside. Canseco with a good run after catch. But
on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of foul, second down.
Parrish with the blocking penalty. There you see 19 is holding on to Mariano, and that's what got flagged.
Again, all you have to do as the receiver is just kind of keep your feet moving. Just kind of try and shield the guy off, but
second down at 15. Quarterback in trouble and going down. Drew Rinaldo. Oh, check that. That is Peyton Ruby. I beg your pardon, a defensive linebacker. I saw the 6. And instead, it's Peyton Ruby, the defensive lineman, coming in. And this is a guy that has done a good job with sacks this year. That is his 5th sack of the year. So Ruby is their sack specialist. Ruby records number 5. Now it's all the way backed up on third down at 17. Here is Canseco. And he is gang tackled at the 31. Well shy of the first down. About 15 yards shy of the first down.
And Canseco had to leave his feet there to get that, and it kind of threw off the timing. And we've seen this Blue Valley Northwest defense rally around the ball all night. Able to get 3 or 4 jerseys around the ball to make the tackle.
On away by Palmer. Huskies choose not to
let him go.
coverage. Put any coverage back, and player is injured covering the punt. That was Shields shaken up as he was tracking the football as it kind of rolled on the field turf inside the 25. 45 yards, and Shields is going to stay down this time. We've seen him kind of gimpy throughout the night. Trainer's out to take a look at him. Teammate's going to help him out. Hey, he was just coming down to cover the punt. I think that's the ankle. Yeah, there it is, the twisted ankle. And that looked like the ankle got rolled up in the first half by the defender on the backside.
Well, and anybody that's played basketball knows how easy it is to tweak an ankle after it's kind of been tweaked before. And right there, you just misfortune of rolling that ankle.
Yeah.
Again, he's a tough kid. I'm sure we'll see him back on the field.
Pauley in the offense, 1st and 10. And quarterback keeping on the read option. The Eagles there to do a good job of defending the big guy in the middle. Devin Lowe making the stop. Speaking of sack leaders, this is the sack leader for Olathe North. We saw Ruby, the sack man for the Huskies. Devin Lowe is the team leader in tackles for a loss and sacks for Olathe North in their defense. As Pauley running the play clock down, managing the game with the 49-14 lead, snapping it with under 10 seconds on the play clock. Now we'll throw a pass, finding Muehlberger, and Muehlberger close to the first down. Muehlberger had that big catch in the first half. And they say it is a first down Huskies.
Yeah, nothing fancy on the pass play, but Pauley does a good job of getting that ball over the line of scrimmage, and knows his big tight end's going to haul that down. Again, looked like Muehlberger fought for those extra yards and got that first down. Looked like he was going to come up short, but second effort.
Pauley just walking around the offensive line and asking the guys what they're doing this weekend, because he's not going to run a play to end the third quarter, and the clock will wind out. His team up big at 49-14. And Olathe North trying to fight back. A couple of B.J. Shields receiving touchdowns from Noah Palmer, but the Huskies lead it big as we go to the fourth quarter, as you're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum Sports. Ready for the start of the fourth quarter. This is the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. 6A state sectional football. Kevin White, Johnny Beck, our entire Spectrum Sports crew in Overland Park at Swidak. And this Friday night, all kinds of state playoff football going on both sides of the state line. Stubblefield's had a huge night. The 4 rushing touchdowns. Now has 22 on the year. Second down and 6. You see Pauley just milking the play clock before he snaps it and then calls his own number. Runs it out to the 44-yard line, a gain of 7 yards. Managing the clock, Johnny, and this is just a very good run by Pauley, who has 3 rushing touchdowns on the night.
Yeah, I don't like to compare players, but he's got a little Bubba Starling in him.
Yeah.
Always running downhill and not afraid of contact. He almost seeks it out every time he runs the ball, and you can tell why college coaches are salivating over this guy. It's a football player mentality for sure.
Yeah, Bubba liked to take on the linebackers when he ran the football. And remember Marvin Diener really applauded his quarterback for his gusto, but felt like the smarter play was not to take on the linebackers. But Bubba was a big guy himself back in his Trailblazer Gardner Edgerton Dales.
Yeah, he was bigger than a lot of those defensive linemen and linebackers he was playing against. Same thing with Mikey Pauley. I mean,
he's a big physical kid.
And he's been doing it since his freshman year, so he has the confidence on the field. He knows when he can take a hit and knows when to, let up a little bit. He's definitely a guy who's going to fight for those extra yards every time he touches the football.
Second down and 9. This is a handoff to Stubblefield. Low with the stop, but Stubblefield and Pauley will play on the basketball team, but new coach on the sideline for them. Former Raytown South coach Aaron Eim taking over the Huskies basketball program. Young up-and-coming coach. Wish him all the best, taking over the Huskies basketball program. It's been very strong with Ed Fritz at the helm. And he's moved on. North Kansas City moving on as we get a timeout for Blue Valley Northwest.
Well, going back to Stubblefield, I get the fortune to be able to watch him play summer basketball, and you see how athletic he is on the basketball court. He's playing against 4- and 5-star basketball players, but he's able to get to the rim and finish. You you can see how it transfers over to the football field. So it's definitely he's going to be a kid who's going to be sought after in multiple sports, kind of like his quarterback is this year. So see the multi-sport athletes from both these guys.
Run down on your playoff scores on this chilly Friday night, November the 12th. And let's take a look. Blue Valley West leading, or no, they're trailing Shawnee Mission Northwest 34-30. Derby dominating, no surprise there. And Lawrence, Clint Bowen's team, the Lawrence Lions, looking to advance over Manhattan. But, I thought that Northwest Blue Valley West game was going to be a pretty good ball game. Two good squads there, and it's playing out that way. Pass down the field. Oh, what a catch there by Nick Cusick, laying out and going to get the pigskin. What a play here, and what a catch. It's going to go for 28 yards and a first down for the Huskies. Just a nice looping pass there. And Cusick mentioned that he's got a twin, Josh. Josh on defense. This is a run for the quarterback. Pauley fighting his way inside the 20-yard line. Clock under 8.5 to play in regulation.
See Stubblefield with the lead block and able to get a little bit of hat on a hat, but Mikey Pauley dragging a couple defenders 3 or 4 yards after contact, and you just see the strength that these guys have in the backfield.
Second down and 5. Stubblefield going in motion. They fake the pitch or throw to the outside. Take advantage of that motion, and Pauley will run it for a Husky first down. And if you're the Husky coaching staff, how long do you keep number 10 and number 5? I mean, you're playing next week.
You know, I said that last week with Shawnee Mission Northwest, and they played about one more series, so I would assume this will be the last one, and then get some of those younger guys some reps here in this fourth quarter.
Well, we had big games, both 10 and 5. Quarterback and running back for this Blue Valley Northwest team, and now Pauley will take a timeout. Play clock was winding out. He's been kind of draining the play clock down before he snaps it, and then kind of ran out of time. Says, I'll take the timeout. But big night for the senior quarterback, Mikey Pauley, running the football.
You see right there the first of 3 touchdown runs for Mikey Pauley, and this last one might be the most impressive. Now you go back to the pass right there, and he had a couple big pass plays, but this is the running play that you just see the athleticism that he has. A 21-yard touchdown run there by Mikey Pauley, but he's been able to do it in the air and on the ground. So, whichever team they end up playing next week, they've got a lot of scouting to do to try and figure out if they can find any sort of keys or tendencies that these guys do, but they do such a good job of mixing it up. We've seen a couple guys catch some big passes. Muehlberger, the tight end, who's kind of the go-to guy, but we've seen Cusick and other guys have some big catches.
I see a pass over the middle, deflected away by Parrish as they were looking for the aforementioned Max Muehlberger in the end zone. Second down and 10.
You got to throw that ball up. Let Muehlberger use his 6'4" body to go up and get it.
That was almost picked off there by Parrish.
Good play by Parrish, undercutting the route.
Josh has 1 interception on the year. His brother Jacob, the senior, has 1. And his twin has 2 interceptions. This running play by Stubblefield for short yardage. Parrish family, very athletic. Older brother, a wrestler at the University of Nebraska. His name is Javon.
Sure, there was some competitive backyard football and basketball games going on in that household growing up.
The Parrish is, there's something else. Is Pauley, just quarterback read option up the middle into the end zone. So he's got 4 rushing touchdowns. And his backfield mate, Stubblefield, has 4, 8 rushing touchdowns tonight for Blue Valley Northwest. And they're in the 50s.
No answer.
Go for a 9-yard rushing touchdown for quarterback Mikey Pauley. So he has 14 rushing touchdowns on the year. And he's also got 22 passing touchdowns. So 36 total touchdowns for the senior Mikey Pauley.
You see there, 12 plays, 77 yards, took 7:05 off the clock. Capped off by the 4th touchdown run for Mikey Pauley. And like you said, Kevin, no shortage of rushing touchdowns tonight for Blue Valley Northwest, as Pauley has 4 and Grant Stubblefield has 4. So sharing the wealth, getting everybody involved. And I would assume that would be their last offensive time on the field as a unit.
Band trying to stay warm and entertain the folks from Blue Valley Northwest. Looks like the Huskies are moving on this cold and windy Overland Park night. Directional kick. Be fielded on the run at the 33-yard line.
Ball just hits a wall.
Yeah, the wind just knocked it down.
Your returner, you really
that
gotta...
was Jason Parrish. Thought he was under it and then had to kind of sprint at the end and just kind of get under it. So it wasn't a muff. I was told the winds were gonna kind of subside in the evening, but they really haven't. They're still strong. Northwest. Already a cold night. It's getting really, really chilly. I would say the wind chill is, they're saying, mid to upper 20s. It was like 60 degrees on Monday. Nice fall weather as this passed down the field. Double covered was Skoma, and it sails incomplete.
See BJ Shields be the guy downfield, but Skoma a turn is Noah Palmer's just going to try and air it out and make some big plays.
Well, you were right on your prediction. Shields is back out there after tweaking his ankle. He's the receiver at the top of the screen. He's had the 2 receiving touchdowns. Go to the outside to Parrish. Parrish will run for a 1st down. Move the chains for Olathe North as he got it to the 44-yard line. A gain of 11 for Jacob Parrish, getting some college looks, although Coach McCartney saying this guy should be getting more looks. He's an athletic guy. Seeing the likes of some of the military academies, North Dakota State, South Dakota, but Coach McCartney he's biased. It's his player, but you know, like the coaches from the college ranks, kind of not giving this guy enough looks. Trying to help his player out.
The KU football program, you know, there's a bunch of guys right in your backyard that you should be looking at, as you only had, I think they said 18 or 19 Kansas kids on the roster. They played K-State last week, so you gotta come out and try and find some of these guys that could be impact players down the road for you.
Pass to Skoma and Bianca Lana, who they say is the strongest guy pound for pound, and he does look like a bodybuilder. I saw him after practice, and he always takes off his gear and no shirt. When you have a body like his, you show it off. He is ripped, and yeah, maybe that's his future as a bodybuilder. Third down and short yardage. Pass is taken in by B.J. Shields. And I think he's got enough for the first down. Chain gang moving. First down, Olathe North.
Obviously, Olathe North didn't want to have to throw the ball this many times tonight, but a lot of credit to Noah Palmer. He's done a good job of getting the ball out and getting the ball to his playmakers. I know they're going to come up short tonight, but you know, shows you the true competitor that Noah Palmer is, and covered a couple of his games and always been a tough-nosed kid.
Yeah, there's a guy that can play some college football too.
Palmer on the carry.
Well, typically we see him, you know, making plays on both sides of the ball, especially at that safety position. He's got some interceptions on the year, but like you said in the pregame, they elected to keep him just on the offensive side of the ball tonight.
Well, they wanted to run out one of the Parrish brothers there at the safety so they could concentrate Noah at quarterback and keep him fresh. Second down and 8. Fake the jet sweep. Now Palmer throwing down the field, and the pass is caught by Parrish. Speaking of Parrish, down to the 20-yard line, and that is Josh Parrish, the fastest guy on the team, the junior.
That was made by Trey Ridley.
Well, nice fake. Set up a nice connection here to the junior wideout, Josh Parrish.
Yeah, fake to Jacob Parrish and throw to Josh Parrish, and you see the ball hawking skills right there, going up and high pointing that ball. And you still see the fight in this Olathe North team, as we talked about. They take a lot of pride in playing football, and they're definitely not happy with the way the game's gone, but definitely fighting all the way through 4 quarters.
Inside the red zone, 1st and 10. Pass to the outside, too tall for Conseco. Coverage was there for Blue Valley Northwest. Mateel, sophomore DB, had the coverage, number 3.
See, Olathe North's thrown the ball 29 times tonight. So it's got to be close to a career high for Noah Palmer, but yeah, this kid will do anything he can to get this team to win a football game.
I believe it's Matile. Beg your pardon on that last coverage. Stand corrected as getting some new faces for Northwest in the game as they have the big lead. So Johnny mentioned the starters are done. Just trying to stay warm in the warm tent. As we're under 2.5 to play in regulation, is Palmer. Cox throws, and another B.J. Shields slant touchdown, his 3rd of the night. So B.J. Shields now has 3 receiving touchdowns on the night, and he has 8 on the year to lead Olathe North, and I didn't see a lot of coverage there. B.J. was wide open this time. 17 yards, Palmer to Shields.
Yeah, it looked like there was a receiver about 5 yards behind him running a slant route, and B.J. Shields just kind of followed it underneath. And like you said, Kevin, not a lot of black jerseys around that football. to go back and see what happened there.
Gallegos does not hit this PAT as we go back to the touchdown. And where is the defense?
You see Noah Palmer, the pass play there. Yeah, you see the underneath route. And nobody at that second level. And Noah Palmer putting together quite a statistical game in the passing category tonight. You see the 10 plays, 67 yards, 4 minutes off the clock. And like you said, Kevin, the third touchdown reception for Shields as he continues to have a big night. You got to give a lot of credit to this Olathe North team, down 35-0 at half, but coming out in this second half, putting 20 points on the board. And they're going to fall short, but got to give them credit for not giving up and fighting all the way to the end.
Well, expect Olathe North to do an onside kick. And the Huskies are sending their good hands players out to the 50-yard line to handle this. And we're just over 2 and some change left. Winner to go to the state semifinals. It's going to be Blue Valley Northwest at 10-1. Will they play Shawnee Mission Northwest or Blue Valley West? As the ball on the tee for the onside kick. And instead they'll bomb it down the field in the end zone for a touchback. So I guess they tried to trick them. And the wind was at the back of Skoma. Was he looking for a dead spot on the field? Maybe had his guys run down a loose ball. I don't know, but the wind blew the ball into the end zone, and looks like Coach Ryder's getting his backup offensive crew ready to go.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. They were just trying to find some green space, but got a little too much of the ball and ended up sailing that into the end zone.
Connor White, junior quarterback, into the ball game to run out the last few minutes of the ball game. And the ball on the field. Loose ball picked up by Olathe North. And spinning into the end zone is Jackson Davis after a backfield fumble. And it'll be an Eagles touchdown. Jackson Davis had a sack in the first half, and he'll get a defensive score as the backup unit
kind of fell in the end.
Did he trip over? So there's some filming equipment there, and maybe got caught up in that. I don't know what happened there, but his teammates get him to the sidelines, and well, the second unit comes in, and the ball goes on the turf, and the Eagles get a defensive touchdown. Gallegos missed his last PAT. This one is right through there. And let's go back and see. This is a disaster if you're the offense. And Davis breaks the tackle at the 5 and spikes the ball. And I don't know, maybe the tackle, breaking the tackle, was he got his leg caught up here as Lincoln Ramey is in the backfield, and he puts it on the turf, and right there maybe he's got his foot caught. And now the guys in the truck are saying it's an emotional moment. Yep, there's no trainers around him, his teammates are around him, and no, it's just a big defensive play, and that's deep. Yeah, that could be it. So he's just savoring the moment. He led the team in tackles last year, and Yeah, for some of these guys, this is it. You don't get to play football anymore. Your football career ends tonight. Some guys get to go play college. Some guys get to play flag football on the weekends with their friends and get hamstring injuries. But pretty much, maybe that's his moment in the sun for JD. Or maybe he's thinking about his old coach passing away last week, Josh Dirks.
Yeah, I'm sure
It's been an emotional time for Olathe North and losing somebody that's 38 years old that has 4 children, including a student there. Ella Dirks, we'll see her play high school basketball for Olathe North. And wife Tiffany teaches at the school. And I asked Coach McCartney if Ella had been to the school, and he said, yeah, she came to the school last week. He said she just wanted to get out of the house. I'm sure she was just needing a moment to see her friends and do something different. And here's a handoff, another new running back in the ball games. And able to stay in bounds at the sideline. As
it looked like they almost had another botched.
Yeah, that one was a little scary too.
Running back exchange, but
Olathe Pauley getting the tote, and yeah, once again, yep, the quarterback fielded that one on his face. That was Nate Livingston. We've seen Nate kicking tonight, and it's the quarterback shuffle. Connor White back in. And Lovey trying to cut back against the grain and not much doing. Olathe Pauley. He is a sophomore. Yeah, one of the Huskies that'll be called upon to fill the shoes of a Grant Stubblefield. Grant's going to be back next year. Grant's only a junior.
But put one of them at quarterback and run them both.
Yeah, you might see, move guys to quarterback or wide receiver and try something else. As here's Lovey to the edge. And the coaching staff on the sideline go down Lovey. As Buckman makes the stop. Fans cheering their Huskies as they line up to shake hands as they get the W tonight. And they go to now 10-1, a record-setting season for Blue Valley Northwest as they're moving to the state semifinals, where they'll play either rival Blue Valley West, who they won against earlier this year, or Shawnee Mission Northwest. But a big win, 8 rushing touchdowns, 4 by the quarterback Pauley, 4 by the running back Stubblefield, 56 points on the board, and big win for Blue Valley Northwest on their home field of Swidak. Back with a Hy-Vee wrap-up right after this. Blue Valley Northwest, Johnny, they won the EKL, and now they're in the Final Four for 6A football.
Yeah, and you definitely see a team that can, when they put it together in all 3 facets, they're a tough team to beat. But when you want to talk about the offensive, defensive line for Blue Valley Northwest and how they were able to control the game. You want to talk about Mikey Pauley, who had 4 rushing touchdowns and had a couple big passes. Grant Stubblefield, a couple big runs, and these guys were just able to put it together. And if you're Olathe North, I mean, you just ran into a buzzsaw. I mean, this team came out, they had a couple big plays, took the momentum, and not allowing them to get back in the game.
Another trophy for the trophy case for Blue Valley Northwest. Thanks to the school's ADs, Josh Price of Olathe North, John Hilton of Northwest. Thanks to the coaches, Coach McCartney and Coach Ryder, our producer Joe Novacek. For Johnny Beck and our entire Spectrum Sports broadcasting crew, This is Kevin Weick saying so long from Swidak. Our final once again, 56-27. Huskies moving on as we say goodnight from Overland Park.